You're listening to the Winsight Podcast Network.
7-Eleven is making some significant executive changes. Kroger is ditching its weekly print circulars, and Walmart has a new merchandising chief. Welcome to Retail Daily, your quick look at the top headlines from CSP Daily News and Winsight Grocery Business. I'm Heather Lally, Editor-in-Chief at WGB.
With little fanfare or public announcement, 7-Eleven Incorporated enacted a series of executive promotions effective May 1st, most significantly naming Stan Reynolds to the position of president, a role previously held by CEO Joe DePinto. Other changes to the executive team include Jesus Delgado Jenkins taking on the role of EVP and Chief Merchandising Officer, and Marissa Jarrett, now Executive Vice President, Chief Marketing and Sustainability Officer.
Kroger confirmed that it has begun phasing out its weekly print circular in newspapers. Kroger has been pulling the weekly freestanding inserts from newspapers by market area and plans to do so company-wide. Printed copies will still be available in stores, and the weekly ads can be accessed via the Kroger mobile app or Kroger.com. The company cited the general decline in print media, advertising, and readership for the move.
In other Kroger-related news, United Food and Commercial Workers International, the nation's largest grocery retail union, officially announced its opposition to the $24.6 billion Kroger-Albertsons merger deal. The pending deal is now in antitrust review. UFCW President Mark Perrone said hundreds of delegates at the union's 9th regular convention unanimously declared that, quote, mergers pose a serious threat to the livelihoods of our members, and we must act to confront them.
Walmart has named Latrice Watkins, formerly the retail giant's EVP of Consumables, as Chief Merchandising Officer. She replaces Charles Redfield, a 32-year veteran of the chain, who announced his plans to leave last month. Watkins, who joined the company as a college intern 24 years ago in the real estate division, assumes the new post immediately.
Arco Corporation has entered into 2 new financing arrangements that it says, quote, enhance the company's deal-making flexibility and long-term growth strategy. Significantly, the company on May 2nd entered into an amendment to its program agreement with affiliates of financiers Oak Street. The amendment provides access to funding up to $1.5 billion through September 30th, 2024.
Food Lion on Monday unveiled the remodel of nearly 30 Wilmington area stores. The Ahold Delhaize USA banner said the $50 million in renovations supports expanded assortment and easier shopping experience to meet the shopper's needs. On Wednesday, Food Lion will hold ribbon-cutting events in the Wilmington, North Carolina area at 24 stores, with 5 more to follow soon.
Convenience store chains increasingly are considering adding robots to their locations, but they aren't always cost efficient, according to executives who spoke about innovation at last week's Connexus annual conference in San Diego. Varish Goyal said the Loop neighborhood stores in California decided not to roll out a $20,000 salad-making robot because demand didn't justify the cost. But Robert Hampton, the Vice President of Tech Services and Innovation at Jackson's Food Stores in Idaho, said the chain might pursue floor cleaning robots for its warehouses.
The May 5th gasoline market conditions favor retailers, even though the U.S. average street price fell 8.15 cents per gallon. That's according to the most recent Lundberg survey of U.S. fuel markets. Retail margin improved and demand improved, a comfy combo that is hard to come by. The national average retail price of regular grade gasoline stands at $3.67.
Alimentation Couche-Tard has opened a first-of-its-kind electric vehicle charging site at its Circle K convenience store in Wytheville, Virginia. This site is the first to be equipped with ABB e-Mobility's U.S.-manufactured Terra 184 DC fast chargers.
Lakewood, Colorado-based Natural Grocers reported its second quarter earnings last Thursday, and shoppers remain steadfast in their loyalty to the natural and organic retailer. An increase in customer traffic drove the 2.7% boost in comparable store sales, which was ahead of expectations and is prompting the grocer to raise same-store guidance for the year.
Canadian Tire and Petro-Canada a rebranding of more than 200 Canadian Tire Gas Plus retail fuel sites to the Petro-Canada brand and make Suncor the primary fuel provider to the Canadian Tire network. It also includes a combination of the company's respective loyalty programs.
Ahold Delhaize USA banner Hannaford Supermarkets will open the doors to its new store in Blue Hill, Maine on Friday. This opening marks Hannaford's 186th grocery store, including 65 in Maine. The grand opening comes on the heels of Hannaford's March acquisition of the store, which formerly operated as Tradewinds Marketplace and was supplied and supported by the Scarborough, Maine-based grocer.
Young families are the primary target of Gulf Oil's loyalty program, Gulf Pay, which allows for mobile payment, according to Nikki Fales. She's Vice President of Marketing and Payment at the Massachusetts-based fuel company. Gulf has switched its loyalty provider program to Stuzo with hopes of increasing the number of consumers who use it. Once consumers use Gulf Pay, they tend to stick with it, according to the company.
Giant Eagle is making a splash with new Wet Go Pro car wash locations. The company's first standalone Wet Go Pro car wash opened on April 20th in Castle Shannon, Pennsylvania. In March, it opened one at a Get Go Cafe and Market location in Avon, Ohio, with 5-day celebrations that included showroom washes and the opportunity to sign up for an unlimited wash program for $9.99 per month for the first 3 months. Unlimited wash clubs are a growing trend, as CSP Magazine details in its May issue.
The California Attorney General's office is claiming certain cigarettes from R.J. Reynolds Tobacco Company and ITG brands violate the state's flavored tobacco sales ban. California Attorney General Rob Bonta sent letters to the companies on April 25th warning the packaging and promotional materials for reformulated versions of Camel, Newport, and Cool cigarettes were against the law. The companies have until June 23rd to respond. California's flavored tobacco sales ban took effect on December 21st.
Frito-Lay has issued a voluntary recall of Lay's Classic Party-Size potato chips and Lay's Classic Mix and Match potato chips that may contain undeclared milk ingredients in sour cream and onion potato chips. The products were distributed to grocery club and convenience stores in Connecticut, Maine, Massachusetts, and New Hampshire, and consumers would have been able to purchase them as early as April 16th.
Traditional fountain drink offerings will continue to be the bread and butter of the cold dispensed beverage category for many years, according to William Slattery, marketing director at Pacific Northwest Retail. However, traditional offerings are becoming less profitable, while non-traditional cold and frozen dispensed beverage offerings are more profitable, he said during CSP's recent dispensed beverage forum. The growth of cold dispensed beverages will be tied to the ability of retailers to innovate outside of traditional offerings.
And that will do it for today's episode of Retail Daily. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and more for your daily dose of retail news. For more on these stories, visit CSP Daily News or WinsightGroceryBusiness.com. I'm Heather Lally.
And I'm Steve Holtz. Have a great day.